On YouTube, I decided I was going to do a video. I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. So, I'm writing a book. It's based on my experiences in life. Now the character's slightly based off me, just some of the things I've got going on in my life. And because I'm a narcissist. And I got to the part where I'm talking about the racism that I've gone through in my life. I've dealt with real racism. Not this bullshit that a lot of people want to play with. And I figure, well, since the Trayvon Martin thing's still going on, people are still bitching about it, I'm going to talk about it. Does diversity work? Does multiculturalism work? Should we send certain people back to their countries? Yeah. As for the sending people back to their countries, I just think, well, any illegal needs to be sent home. I don't give a shit what your arguments are on their nature. If you're not here legally, you don't belong here. This is coming from somebody who knows many, many family members who had trouble getting in because we can't handle all the fucking illegals around. I'm a legal citizen. My mother's a legal citizen. I know plenty of legal citizens. Now, let's talk. Diversity, does it work? Yes and no. When does it not work? Is what we should be asking. And when does it work? It doesn't work whenever somebody wants special treatment in accordance to their race, religion, whatever, whatnot. When does it work? When no one gives a shit what your race is. That's how things should be. Oh, you're black? Okay. You want a job here. Now, can you perform these deeds? Do you have any experience here? You want the job, you gotta prove that you fucking work well. But I'm black, equal opportunity. You must hire me anyways. We're not an equal opportunity employer. The thing about equal opportunity is that you must meet a quota, if you're a business owner, of a certain number of minorities, if at all possible. That's why I hate equal opportunity. It's not fair to anyone. Especially the white people who are victimized by it. Oh, but white privilege doesn't fucking exist anymore. I'm not white, and I've seen many white people not get jobs because some piece of shit who didn't deserve it in the first place thought, well, simply because I'm a minority, I'm going to get the job, and they fucking did because a bunch of idiots who come up with a law. Do you think it's fair that I, a minority, an Asian, can get a job before you can? Any of my white audience? No. I don't think so. I don't think anyone should be given that special treatment. Now, when people demand special treatment in accordance to their race, religion, whatever, what have you, that's when the fissures begin to grow within set groups. If everyone acted the same way and didn't pay attention to their one set group or whatever whatnot, then we would have a lot less problems in this country. I don't think that acting hood, in other words, your pants down to your knees, acting like a jackass barbarian should be a black thing. I think that we should allow white people to do it too. But no, that's considered to be a stereotypical black thing. I want to see more white gangbangers, and I want to see more black country singers. But no, we want to stay by our own cultural heritage, whatever bullshit. And that's how fissures begin to grow. Diversity, multiculturalism, they only work whenever people don't give a shit about what your culture is. But too many people want you to be subservient to their own way of doing things. You know how many times I've heard of black people saying, I am victimized and I was once a slave. First of all, you're not victimized anymore. Second of all, you're not a slave. Your grandmother's grandmother might have been a slave. The last slave probably died out about 75 to 100 years ago. And yet we have all these idiots claiming to be slaves today. It's not right. It's not intelligent at all. And they don't make a sound argument. Another thing is that when these fissures occur, it creates a sickness. In Buddhist terms, sickness, meaning their mind is detained by something. In other words, if your mind is detained by your own racism, you're going to come up with a bunch of bullshit reasons to perpetuate your own shit. Here's an example. I was talking about a supposedly racially motivated crime. I was talking about how there's no proof that it was racially motivated. This is on my other channel. I'm going to leave a link in the description. The crime, what happened was that there's a white guy who was pissed off about something. I can't remember what. He was at a gas station, some black people roll up. They're playing loud music. And these guys also look somewhat hood. Again, when I go to that, oh, just because you are something does not mean you need to behave like something. They were playing the music loud, and apparently he didn't like the music, and he said, turn it down. They didn't want to listen to him. They said some words back that pissed him off. He shot 2 of them. To me, this sounds more along the lines of, I didn't like your music and I was having a bad day, therefore I'm really pissed off and have a short fuse, rather than something that's racist. I had somebody, a black man, who was a filthy fucking barbarian as far as I'm concerned, who had his own racist sickness there. He claimed to believe that simply because the man was white, he knew he was going to get nothing more than a slap on the wrist for killing these black folk. No. This guy's probably going to spend the rest of his life in prison for that. It's not like the Zimmerman trial, where you can rule out when you can rule in self-defense. This was murder in cold blood, which was stupid. I don't think he's going to get a slap on the wrist. And you get all these dumbasses who claim to believe such things. That is nothing more than sickness. Now, people who believe that they should behave like something because they are something. My brother, because I live in a country hick town, tried to behave country for a while. He can't pull it off for shit, but, you know, he still tries it. Then, because his wife is country. Like, she's a real cowgirl. No shit. Where's the flannel, all that other shit like that. It's not who he is. He just likes to copy people. But the fact of the matter is, he's trying to fit in with a group. He's trying to be something with a group. He believes that because he comes from this small town, he must behave like that. Does he really like it himself? No, he doesn't, but he's a fucking tool, therefore he does it. Barely pulls it off. Okay, here's another example of how someone does not have to follow that. Barack Obama! Oh, don't we just love our president? I fucking hate his ass. However, I believe that he is civilized in nature. I can have a conversation with him about anything besides politics. Because that's when I begin to hate him. You think he would have got voted in if he walked up to the podium with his pants down to his ankles? With a hat twisted off to the side and said the words, "Yo, niggas, how you doing?" No. He wouldn't have got voted in. That guy can perform a speech better than any other president that I've seen. I've only seen 3, so... The guy's civilized, he behaves well. That guy's more stereotypically white than any other person that I've ever met, well, seen in my life. Again, he's not perpetuating any stereotypes there. The only thing black about Barack Obama is his wife. Now, I've drugged this out a long time. I've ranted and raved, and I've pointed out my thoughts and whatever whatnot. If you have any thoughts, you got anything you want to say, leave them in the description below. I advise you watch the entire video beforehand. Well, if you got to this point, you probably have. Have a nice day. Say what you think. I'll answer in the comments.